Thank you for joining us and welcome. We're here to discuss the partnership between Wind River and NTT DOCOMO. I am joined by Sadayuki Abeta, who's head of Open RAN at NTT DOCOMO, and Nico Marziliano, who's vice president, International Telco Sales at Wind River. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, Abeta-san, in September, OREX, which is DOCOMO's new Open RAN service, announced some pretty impressive numbers linked to the new OREX lineup. And the numbers are a 30% TCO reduction, a 50% reduction in network design time, and up to 50% reduction in power consumption at the base station. So what's going on with the numbers? Because they're very impressive.
Okay, so we actually do that 9 years TCO. So not on a single year, that's 9 years. And we calculated the power based on the latest chipset, including that we have the many accelerator vendors. And so then we see that the gain of that VLAN itself, but we also consider that our case is that we can centralize the network. So we can share the resource between the LAN, core, even though the data center. So we can reduce the total number of servers. That's also reduce the site rental and also can reduce the power consumption energy itself. So considering that, and also we introduced that so SMO, that is a more zero-touch operation, zero-touch provisioning, that also reduce the cost. Including all the things, we see that significant gain to introduce that Open RAN and VLAN.
So what role does Wind River play in this lineup, and why did you select them?
A very good question. So, but Wind River has that experience. They have already introduced that their platform, that not only DOCOMO's market, but also that other market worldwide. And so they have the capability. They provide stable solution to us. The reason so we selected the Wind River.
Yeah, thank you very much, Abeta-san, for your messages. Wind River has been collaborating with the OREX team and DOCOMO team for a while, already for a few years. I would say now we are getting a very robust and serious collaboration. We are now embarking, probably you may have seen a couple of announcements this week. We have been already announcing some trials in the Asia Pacific and in the Middle East. We are looking forward to strengthen our collaboration going forward.
Abeta-san, what do you expect to achieve with Open RAN? What are the key drivers for this move?
Yes, I would say OREX. But so we talk about that. So many operators. One of the challenges for the, many operators is how to integrate and how to maintain that network. So because that Open RAN, it's a little bit new for the operators since they need additional task to do that integration. Because single vendor case, that's they use that one. But Open RAN, they have the different component and need to integrate by themselves. But that is very complicated for, especially for the no big vendors. So we provide pre-integration solution together with OREX partner like Wind River. So then operator can use pre-integrated solution. That operation becomes very simple. But still they have that opportunity to select the vendor. So we work with Wind River, but sometimes may not, or they want to use other one. Then we have the other solutions to provide. So to simplify the operation, to simplify that, to reduce the cost of the integration, we see that the gain of the or benefit of the Open RAN, and that drive that Open RAN in commercial. So we are doing the field trial this year with some operators, and I believe they are targeting to the commercial service next year.
Yeah, if I may add just a few words on what Abeta-san well described, maybe refocusing not on the cost, because the TCO and the cost are pretty clear, and what is the benefit of O-RAN, but I would say putting the monetization aspect. So O-RAN is not only a radio replacement, it's a radio expansion. So we need to get ready for the future. And the future is going to be moving to the 6G, and it's going to be cloud native by definition, has to be an experiment. And so O-RAN is bridging into the future and is bridging into the monetization aspect. So what we show also here with the connected car that is just downstairs here in the Mobile World Congress exposition is exactly showing how an operator can monetize on Open RAN.
Well, the benefits are very clear, but surely there are challenges as well. What are they, and what actions will you be undertaking in order to overcome them?
Yeah, as mentioned, one of the challenges is integration that is already we have done together with the partners. And the other one is that how we scale the network. Because in short term, the operator introduced that open RAN network is very small area. So in that case, we need to prepare the very small portion. It's sometimes costly. How scale it is important. So we are working with that multiple operator and we try to a common part as much as possible. So then we can scale. Then it's more easy to deploy. And also the performance point of view. People say that VLAN is not competitive, especially with performance part. Well, we are working with a multiple vendor, and we are working very innovative companies, and we see that now we can provide competitive performance.
Yeah, just a small addition. I would say probably one of the potential challenge or the two-day challenge that I think that we are solving, and the collaboration with Oryx is one of the solution to the challenge. Is also creating an ecosystem to have the critical mass in terms of investment. Investment is critical in an industry, in the telco, and in new technology introduction is more critical. So we need to have the right investment. And the investment can be done by a single company, or can be together as a consortium, or can be done by having the right bodies that are helping each other, standardizing and enhancing. If we don't do that together, I see that is the major challenge.
Abeta-san, some people think that 2024 will be a tipping point for Open RAN. Do you agree?
Yes, this year I think we talk with many operators. They are doing that field trial targeting the commercial. So not deploy the commercial so many areas this year, but I think this is this year's turning point and move forward to the commercial.
100% agree. I think I mentioned before the 6G. Everybody planning that 6G to be 2030. We are 5 years away from the deadline, and definitely O-RAN is the way to experiment. A lot of contracts may expire right now, so I think that 2024 is going to be the right time for some refreshment. And by waiting the 6G technology, a lot of operators will be looking into the introduction of O-RAN as a bridge into the 6G. Geopolitical situation also accelerated in certain geos. So altogether, yes, 24 is going to be the year of experiment and selection.
And finally, you have made some recent announcements where Oryx and Wind River and other partners are collaborating in customer trials in the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Do you think that this model is applicable to other geographies? And if it's the case, why?
Okay, yes, we can applicable to other area. Actually, we already applicable to Middle East and Southeast Asia. So that model is also applicable to Latam or Europe, because the benefit is, we still have the operators still have the opportunity to choose that some features over some component, and but they more easy to introduce that Open RAN because they don't need to do that. Complicated part, because we will do that on behalf of that. So just the copy to our solution to others more easy, because the common the main part is common. Just we need additional integration with the existing their system. So I think easy to copy to that other area.
Yes, correct. And probably there are two dimensions to consider. One is the geographical dimension, which you already mentioned. The second area is more the level of the maturity of the operator and the complexity. So maybe the big operator, the tier one, the more equipped and structured to manage the disaggregation of the networks, they will definitely maybe prefer a different, disaggregated also engagement. While others operator may eventually, apart from the geography, also consider, okay, I will just go with a simplified model that will bring me the same value of, so technologically wise and from a monetization aspect, but reducing the burden of having my organization, my readiness, my technology. So it's a simplified model. I think, yes, it will be applicable.
Abeta-san, Nico, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.